Hello everyone. In today's video, I have this MacBook, not Aero Pro, just MacBook, running an Intel Core M chip. We're gonna install Windows on this. So, yeah. This is not mine, by the way. This MacBook is not mine. Yeah. So this thing is running Big Sur. And we're gonna use Boot Camp Assistant to install Windows 10. I'm not sure if you can see that. So we're gonna install Windows 10 on this because this thing doesn't support Windows 11. So Boot Camp Assistant, continue. So the way that Boot Camp is now gonna do is just gonna search for the ISO. This will take a long time. Okay, so now we can just select how big the Windows partition is gonna be. I'm just gonna that's good enough. Install. And now we just wait. We are finally here. For you guys, the bootcamp one would be like around 3 minutes. For me, it was like 30 minutes of just waiting for bootcamp. Now, as you can see, hopefully. Okay, the trackpad still doesn't work. We have this for a reason. I'm just gonna change this one to Australia. Okay, so now we continue. I do not have a product key. I will activate this later. I'm going to use Windows 10 Pro. I'm not going to read this. And now we do another hyperlapse. So I ended up doing some off-camera trying to actually get this into the OOBE. I just have to wait for this. Then I'll hopefully go on the OOBE because it's been like a long time since it actually finished the installation of Windows. This is taking forever. So after ages, and by ages I mean like 30 minutes, we are finally in the out-of-box experience. So let's complete the setup. Now, right now, this thing doesn't really have network drivers because that'll be installed when we get the boot camp installer. Let me try something, because I've had this error a lot of times where I just pretend like it's like trying to boot, but it won't boot. And that is just to restart the entire computer and boot into the actual Windows one. So let's just do that. I need both hands for this. Alright, so as you can see, we're now in the boot menu. So we can choose Macintosh HD, which will boot into macOS. Windows, this is the OOBE. And this is the setup file for Windows, so the ISO. We want to boot into this. And now hopefully we don't have to redo the out-of-box experience, because if we do, then we're going to probably run into that same error. This is gonna make us do the out-of-box experience again. I'll continue the recording. Well, it turns out that restart did it, so we don't have to redo the out-of-box experience. So we should be able to set up Windows entirely. Let me just finish these security questions, and I'll be right back. Yay! This one will probably take a lot of time. Last time I actually installed Windows 10 on this, it took like 10 minutes to actually get this. So I'm gonna speed this up again. Alright guys, we're finally at the desktop. Now as you can see, we have the Boot Camp installer, which is, I wonder. Okay, yeah. Windows, I think Windows still thinks that this is, the trackpad is a mouse. Because the right click doesn't work on the trackpad. If you right click, it won't work. Yes, also we still don't have internet drivers, sound drivers, or even Bluetooth. So let's go through the driver setup. Well, guys, we have added the drivers. See, we can now connect to internet. Let me finish. So one thing I want to do is I'm probably going to move back into Mac OS just to fix this trackpad for Windows. The display driver, when it was installing the display driver, it did do something weird to Windows. You might have saw in that time lapse of what happened, but the screen just started flashing randomly. I mean, that's normal when you install a display driver. I'll be right back. It took a few tries. I think these peripherals here are messing it up. So let's just... I'm gonna see if it fixed this trackpad. The last time I installed Windows with the same ISO, the trackpad just didn't function like a trackpad. Windows was recognizing the trackpad as a mouse, which we don't want. Well, that's weird to find the command prompt as soon as starting Windows. Let's see. Does the trackpad work as a trackpad? No, I think it's still recognized as a mouse. To be for sure, let's open up a web browser and see if we can scroll. Oh wait, we need internet. Right back. So we got internet. I just wanna... The trackpad just stopped working, so let's just restart the computer. Oh my. This thing is running slow. I think it's running slow because of I'm gonna actually unplug the mouse and the keyboard. This is just so it won't default the trackpad to a mouse. Oh, come on. So I ended up actually booting back into macOS just so I can open up Boot Camp and make sure that the trackpad drivers are actually installed into Windows. Oh, the trackpad drivers are definitely not installed into macOS, so let me just plug in my mouse. Wait. So guys, update. I'm going to continue trying after I end this video to get trackpad drivers. Right now I can't get trackpad drivers as Windows doesn't even recognize this trackpad. It only recognizes the mouse and the trackpad just doesn't function. Like, I mean, the mouse functions, just not the trackpad. So I'm going to continue trying with Windows. I don't know if Boot Camp made the trackpad act like a mouse or what. So I will try. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.